Hey guys, it's Fred back again with another video, and today we're going to be looking at a method I've actually used before to make some money online. This opportunity happens to be quite high in demand and versatile as well, with several different ways to make money with it, and since I've actually done this method quite a lot in the past, I'll also be able to not only show you guys the best tools you can use, but also some tips and tricks to help make this all much easier for you. And before we get started with this video, be sure to smash the like button to help this video out with the YouTube algorithm and to subscribe to my channel for more videos about making money online just like this one. And with that, let's get started with the video. Getting started, one of the opportunities you'll have using this method is doing freelancing on websites like Fiverr and Upwork. And so for example, here on Fiverr I searched up whiteboard explainer video, and the great thing about this sort of gig is that you can charge quite a lot for it compared to a lot of the other gigs out there, and yet it's still relatively easy to pull off. For instance, here we have a top rated seller from whom a lot of people have bought his service, and they're charging starting at $100, which means that this is only their basic package and it only goes up from there. And if we check out some of the other examples here, such as this one here on the left, at first glance it looks like this seller is only charging a tenth of what that previous one was, starting at only $10. But we also must keep in mind that the features that they offer are probably going to be a lot different as well, with this cheaper one likely requiring a lot less work from the seller's part. And indeed, if we open up this $10 gig, we can see that what they're offering is in fact very simple, which is just providing a 60-second animated video clip with background music but without a voiceover. And that's just for their basic package, which as I'll show you later is super easy to do. But as for the standard package, they'll just add syncing voiceover provided by the customer to make a video, and finally for the premium one, they themselves do the voiceover, which they probably just easily outsource from somebody else. For these different packages, again for the basic one they charge $10, but this doesn't include the voiceover, which takes a lot more work, so this is actually really easy to do. And then for the standard one it's $15, and finally for the premium it's $30. And before we move on, let me just quickly show you what these types of explainer videos can look like, which again I'll show you exactly how to do. So here they also have a demo. I'm just gonna hit play. So it's basically a hand that draws a bunch of images and a person that's doing a voiceover if it's needed. You can also do text like so. And it's really a lot easier than it looks because you don't need to have any drawing skills whatsoever. The images here, even though they look like they're hand drawn, it's actually completely automated. Basically, all you pretty much need to do is to drag and drop and position everything on your canvas, and then if you need to, synchronize it with the audio. But before we move on to the actual tutorial, let me first show you a couple more ways you can make money with this. So first, this gig here is the one that is charging $100 from earlier, and the difference between this gig and the previous is that they also do storyboarding and scripting, and allows for up to 3 revisions in the basic package. So if you'd like to charge more yourself, you can always look for ways to offer a bit of extra value without adding too much difficulty or effort on your part. For example, here for the $200 package, they simply do a little bit extra by adding up to 5 revisions for their customers. And speaking of additional opportunities, you don't necessarily have to limit yourself to Fiverr.com, as you can also offer your services on websites like Upwork.com, where many freelancers who possess animation skills such as being able to do whiteboard animations have earned many thousands of dollars. And finally, before we move on to the tutorial, one additional way to make money with whiteboard animations is to start up a YouTube channel. In fact, if you watch some of my oldest videos, my channel actually started out as a whiteboard animation channel. I've since obviously switched my style because this works better for my niche, but the reason I opted for whiteboard animation videos is because I hadn't wanted to show my face, and also because I'd seen a lot of channels such as Practical Wisdom here that are doing extremely well with it. And the way they're presented seems to work very well on YouTube in terms of how much these types of videos engage viewers, and a lot of YouTube channels have indeed seen very quick success with this style. And now moving on to my actual demo of creating a whiteboard animation. First of all, there are a lot of different softwares out there, but I wouldn't bother trying to look for a completely free one that is actually good. Believe me, I have tried to look for one to no avail, and so the one that I, and in fact most other people recommend, is this one here called VideoScribe, which does come with a free trial that you can first utilize to create demo videos to put onto your Fiverr gig to help advertise yourself. And to get started with VideoScribe, simply sign in with a Google or Facebook account, and then you'll be able to activate your 7-day free trial. Again, the strategy is to use this free trial to acquaint yourself with the software and then make 1 or 2 demo videos to show to your clients. Then later, when you get a confirmed sale, you can then use that money to subscribe to VideoScribe for an inexpensive price of $14 per month. And now I'm going to demonstrate to you how VideoScribe works, both using a new project and also one of my older ones. So here, as you can see, I've already logged in. And by the way, if it's your first time using the software, they'll also run you through a quick tutorial, and they also have lots of easy tutorials on their YouTube channel. So now I'm just going to quickly dismiss this and then go into my new project, which is this one here. So by the way, if you want to create a new one, you just go to the left here to create a new scribe, but I've already done so right here. So I'm just going to open this up. And now that we're in, the first thing I want to show you is some of the basic settings you can configure on VideoScribe. And to do so, you want to go to the top right here where there's like a menu. And for example, first we have music. So if you click on this, there's going to be lots of music that is already built in that you can use for your video clips, or you can also upload your own music. And let me just close this out. And for the next icon over, you have the option of adding your own voiceover. And as you can see here, you can actually record it using VideoScribe itself. But what I like to do is use a different software and just record my voiceover there and then upload the entire audio file onto VideoScribe. Moving on to the next one, we have background options, and this is just if you want to change up your background color, you can do so. Or like what I did here, I actually am not using the original blank white background. I've actually made it or gave it sort of a paper looking feel with this option here. Or you can also change it to something else, like make it more grainy or even sort of stony and whatnot. And again, it's all up to you or your customer's preference. And the same can be said for the next option, which is paintbrush style. So if I just open up this one, and as you can see here, we can select the actual utensil or the arm even that shows up when drawing the images in our animation. And apparently they've added a lot of new options since I last used this. So for example, I'm going to scroll all the way down to seasonal and select one of these funnier or wackier arms here. Let's see, I'm going to pick the skeleton one here. And here, before we confirm our selection, they actually also give us a quick preview of what the animation looks like with this particular hand, right? So since I'm happy with it, I'm just gonna go ahead and check this. Next, I'm going to show you how to create your animation on VideoScribe, and you'll see how easy it is. First, if you look towards the bottom, this blank space here is actually the timeline where you set up the order in which your images appear. And so all you pretty much need to do here is place your images on the canvas wherever you want, and then using the timeline at the bottom, you can customize your order and also how long you want each image to be drawn or even paused on. And to demonstrate, I'm going to go over to the bottom right here to the button called Add New Image to access their image library. And yes, they have a lot, or you could also upload your own. So for example, let me just select this first image here that I've used before. And as you can see here, the image has been placed on the canvas where I can drag it around. I can also zoom out and place it wherever I want relative to some of the other images I add in. And how the video works in VideoScribe is that the camera actually follows the order of the images as they're being drawn, which I'll demonstrate to you later. But first, if you want to edit this particular image, you can just double click on it. And now some of the important things you can customize are, first of all, the animation duration, which is how long it takes for the software to draw the image. So let me show you a demo here. So this is what it currently looks like, and it takes 6 seconds to draw this entire thing. Again, it's completely done for you. You just need to place the image in. But what we want to do is you can probably shorten it to make it 3 seconds or 4 seconds. And usually the duration will depend on how you want the image or the animation of the image to match whatever's being spoken in your video, right? And for example, let's say the phrase that this image is matched with takes about 3 to 4 seconds, right? And so this would actually be fine down here. So with the animation time of 3 seconds to draw the image, and then a pause time of 0.5 seconds, which is fixation on the image, and then finally a transition time of 1 second, which is how long it takes for this image to shift over to the next one. And with that, let me now actually add another image to show you the animation in action. So let me just exit out of here, go to the images again to add another one. And this time I'm going to go with the subscribe button here, or call to action. And then I'm going to select animation time of 2 seconds, pause time of, let's say, a longer pause time of 6 seconds because I want to fixate on this entire scene here. 5.5 seconds. I'm going to hit the check mark, shift it upwards a little bit. Whoa. Shrink it. And for another important step you need to take to actually focus the camera on this particular scene is you want to select the image you want your camera to focus on, say this one, and on the bottom right there's going to be this icon here that says set camera to current position. So I'm just going to click on this, And now to preview the animation, you can simply go over to the top right to the play button and hit it. So as you can see, I have my skeleton hand here, and there it is. And now notice how the camera zoomed into each image separately, and sometimes you don't actually want to do that, right? Sometimes you want everything to be in the same canvas at the same time. So in order to do so, you again want to just go to the timeline and then highlight both images this time. And then, oops, let me do that again. Go to the bottom right to the same button that we used before, which is set camera to current position, except this time we've highlighted both images. I'm just gonna click on it and let me just show you the preview once again. Let me just click on it again. All right. So here we have the first image and the second image. And so that was the basic gist of VideoScribe. And if you need to use a voiceover, you can just upload it onto the software and then just add your images as you go through the audio clip while timing them to fit the speech. For example, this here is one of the longer animations I've done, and as you can see, if you have a really long video, it's going to be really stretched out along the canvas, which doesn't affect your video at all if you refocus your camera on each scene like we did before. And what some people like to do is make the canvas go around or take some kind of shape, which is completely optional. As always, if you have any questions about how to use VideoScribe, feel free to comment down below this video, or you can ask your questions in my Facebook group. Anyway, once you're satisfied with your video, you can just go over to the top right again, this time to the share button here, to render and download your video. Now on your free trial, there will be a watermark, but this should be fine if you're just using it to demonstrate your work to prospective clients, as long as you reassure them that the watermark will not be there for your actual work. Plus, you can also just tell them that you added it to avoid people stealing your demo as real work, which I think is actually a valid reason. And finally, if you ever want to do your own voiceovers as I did, you can use a free software called Audacity, which is what I recommend and is super easy to use. And that is pretty much all I wanted to show you in this video. But if you'd like to learn some ways to actually generate passive income like I do, check out the first link in the description box below. And if you liked this video or found it helpful at all, remember to smash the like button to help me out, and also subscribe to my channel for more videos about making money online and digital entrepreneurship. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.